Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
What do we see today?
What did we see today?
To also jump in and say
We
the exact
saw
same thing.
Birds of Prey,
Damn
and the
Skippy.
subtitle I'm not gonna say because it's really long
The
and
fantabulous
superfluous.
emancipation of Harley Quinn?
One
Of
fantabulous
Harley Quinn.
One singular Harley Quinn.
So
General
let's
thoughts going in?
I legitimately kept forgetting about this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it just didn't exist in my mind. Like, Venom a couple years ago, I just kept forgetting that Venom was coming out, to the point where when I sat down to watch it in theaters, I forgot why I was there. This was just a movie that was just not on my radar to any degree.
I was not excited for it, and when the critic reviews started coming out, it was like, 80 or 90 whatever % on Rotten Tomatoes.
Idiot, yeah.
I was like, wow, holy crap, it might actually be good. So I watched it.
I didn't like the trailer because it gave me big Suicide Squad vibes because she's in the movie at all. So I was like, ooh, what if it's just Suicide Squad, but again? So I was a little bit worried because that movie blows.
I did not like this movie.
I will say...
There are some really funny bits.
I disagree.
I agree with Ian. I think DC has finally accomplished something that Marvel has been doing for a long time now, which is they have a solid mid-movie.
Yep.
I don't really like it, but I don't really have any problems with it either.
It's like Ant-Man.
It's like Ant-Man.
I really, really disliked it strongly, and
I could tell you were not vibing in the theater.
oh my god, I was not vibing. I was the opposite of what's not vibing.
It's called
Vibing.
not vibing.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know if there
Loafing.
was a word for it.
Vibe, loaf.
Loaf.
Yeah.
I was loafing pretty hard with this.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about just anything.
Yeah, let's just talk. Let's
Yeah,
just
we
talk.
Want me
don't
to jump
need
in
for-
first? Or
Yeah,
what do you
I
guys
wanna-
think?
It doesn't matter. We
I want
always
to
end
talk
up
about some
bouncing
of the
around
stuff
anyways.
that I liked, actually.
Okay.
The fight choreography was actually very fun.
Some of the fights were very interesting.
Very, very fun and interesting. And
I would say...
I like
sorry.
that.
You can finish.
No, I really liked the fight scenes. Most of them are fun, interesting, kind of dynamic. Some silly stuff, but overall enjoyable.
I think the fight in the evidence locker room and the fight at the end of the movie were probably the best ones.
Yeah, I'd say the fight at the end of the movie especially.
Very fun.
The big fuck-off battle.
Yeah.
I really hate to be the contrarian here, but I really disliked the choreography. There were several scenes where Harley Quinn or her and like a friend or whatever fought multiple goons at the same time. Most of those scenes, half of them were armed with guns, and if you watch them, they just run up to her and wave their guns in her face until she decides to fight them. And it was really annoying. Like, why do you have the guns? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of the gun if you're going to hold it and wait for your turn to get punched in the head or kicked and flipped around or whatever? So that really bothered me.
I do not like logic like that in movies. I agree.
So the third act fight scene, where they all gather Harley Quinn's random regular shit, is a collection of people with, like, regular bats, and one has a crossbow, sure, just kicking the shit out of people with other people with regular bats and, like, crowbars and stuff. And it just seemed like more of the same garbage. Like, it's nothing... The Canary Cry was the one cool thing, but it wasn't explained prior in the movie. You have to have comics knowledge. Just like Suicide Squad, this is Cortana. Like, they
She's
don't...
got my
I
back.
don't know.
don't
I
explain
feel
anything.
like Canary was set up enough.
Not the voice thing.
It's hinted at.
But still, that's still out of left field. Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Why can one person, like... Anyway, that's least of the problems with the movie that I have. But no, I actually did not enjoy the fight scenes. But I would take 1,000,000 subpar fight scenes over any of the scenes where Harley Quinn, Roar XD 2007 Scene Girl, explains how great her movie is with her opening narration and her middle narration, and it was the whole movie was just narration.
I'm going to agree with Jake on that. I did
Spliced
not...
together.
My biggest negative is the structure of this movie.
Yeah, the structure is
pure
awful.
Madness.
Yep.
To the point where I would say this movie has no Act 2. It is an hour and a half of Act 1 and then 20 minutes of Act 3.
I
Yep.
agree. Yeah.
It's
I
chaos.
didn't like the way it was structured. I'm
It's
really
chaos.
glad you brought it up. The longer I spent with Margot Robbie being Harley Quinn, the less time I like her as Harley Quinn.
Yep.
She's
I
fine.
hated her
She
in
was
Suicide Squad,
She was
too.
fine in Suicide Squad. I did not.
I stand
the
by that
longer
this
came
role is
by,
I stand by that this role is a waste of her talent.
I agree.
Absolutely. Every performance that she gave, and I don't blame her, that's the character they want, but it was crazy over the top.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievably. Like, there was no... And it fit the tone of the movie that also had no subtlety, so I understand why she acted that way. But,
There really is no subtlety in this
oh
movie.
my
That's very
god,
true.
she literally and figuratively beats you over the head with everything that's happening in the
I
movie.
And like
agree.
they intercut everything to make sure you understand the connections and stuff.
Yep, just in case it was unclear.
The editing in this movie's
It
trash.
makes you feel like It makes me feel dumb as an audience member.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me feel kind of dumb as an audience member. Like, and then Mr. Keogh, this guy who Ewan McGregor cut the face off of 2 scenes ago, and then you show me a little clip, and then you bring it back, and I'm like, I remember that. It was 15 minutes ago. You don't
Yep,
have to
there was
show
a
me.
lot of
Holy
that.
shit.
And also, like, there's a confusion. Like, even things that, like, are set up to be, like, a pull the rug out from under you are so easily spotted because
100%.
the filmmaking is just not there. Like, there's a scene where the guy with the tattooed Joker face attacks her, and Huntress assassinates him. And she's like, oh my goodness, she's shooting arrows at me. And then she just drives away. Like, no, the fuck she was. She was killing him. Clearly she was killing, I don't know why yet, and I found out why later. But at no point did anyone think that she's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
She would have kept attacking you.
Yes.
I feel like you could have started the movie later than you did, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the first, I want to say 10 minutes could be cut out and it would be the same movie.
They did that
Yeah,
on
oh, yeah.
purpose because, well, I'm going to assume they wanted to have the character Harley Quinn be an incoherent storyteller. It carries through. Very incoherent product.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I know it's trying to be Deadpool as hard as it possibly can, even with the meta jokes and the takes
And
of
the
the camera.
taking rolling the kid
Yep.
with you. I felt like that the second that the kid came into play and she started, like, quote unquote mentoring the child.
This is
I
like,
felt very Deadpool 2, not very Deadpool 1.
You guys remember how much I don't like Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
well, but do you like Deadpool 1 at least?
Yeah, I like Deadpool 1.
That's a
Like,
good
going
movie.
into the first Deadpool, I was scared that it wouldn't work, and I was scared that this movie would be the movie we got from Deadpool. And Deadpool delivered really clever and smart writing and some likable characters. And this movie,
There's a few characters I like, and we'll go over that in a
Yeah.
little bit.
I didn't like any of them. I thought every single... sorry, I'm ranting now. You guys can...
It's fine,
chime in.
rant away.
All right, well...
Well, you're fucking wrong. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. If you're...
No, every single character in this movie was done better in a different DC adaptation of them. Every single one. Down to Harley Quinn herself.
Well, yeah, Tara
I can't
Strong.
find one character, whether it's Black Canary or Huntress or Harley Quinn or even the fucking cop, who was done better in this movie than in another interpretation of a DC media. I can't find one. Black Mask? Nope. Zaz was brilliant in the Arkham games.
Zaz was
Zaz is
criminally
great in the
used.
Arkham games. Yes.
Zaz is terrible in this movie.
Oh,
know.
he's fucking awful.
And I keep thinking
Yeah.
to myself, this is a universe with Batman, very clearly. So,
Why
like...
is Batman? I thought at the end, why hasn't Batman showed up during this?
'Cause
Ace
Robert
Chemicals
Penn-
fucking blew up. Mm-hmm. Like,
Venom,
that's a
at
big
least
deal.
legally, they're trying to keep it separate for now. I get why Spider-Man's not in Venom. But they can put Batman very simply into this movie, and they're choosing not to.
Well, you see, Robert Pattinson hadn't been cast yet.
Then
That's
cast
true.
someone else! You have Joker in a different universe at the same time!
Oh, I have a fun fact about Joker in this movie. The scene that they reused from Suicide Squad, that's not Jared Leto. They reshot that.
It's probably because
Really? I
they
didn't
legally
even
couldn't.
notice.
I'm gonna
no,
assume...
it's because they don't want Jared Leto attached to anything anymore because
Yeah.
he terrified everybody.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, no
Because
shit.
they don't want to pay Jared Leto any royalties, and he doesn't want anything to do with them, and he cussed them out and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
and
it's
I don't
very
blame
funny.
Jared at all. He's wickedly talented, and they fucked him over. But in any case, almost every aspect of this movie really just pissed me off.
There's a couple things. I didn't like the editing. The avant-garde part that you mentioned.
Yeah,
was
where they just start
fucking
singing
awful.
like a song in the middle of her getting
after
her
she
ass
gets
beat.
punched in the face. It just like
Really didn't need to be in the movie.
no, that was awful. The soundtrack's loud and obnoxious. There's some good stuff in there.
I liked
but,
when they played Black Betty and Barracuda.
yes, slappers.
Okay,
'cause
let me
they're good
rephrase. I liked
songs.
when they played Black Betty.
Yeah, the Barracuda, unnecessary. Great song, unnecessary.
I just don't like. I don't like pop songs during the final fight.
Yeah.
You guys notice that, like, at the beginning when she's talking about, like, oh man, Joker screwed me over, but I love him, but I hate that I love him, they played I Hate Myself for Loving You. And then the next scene where she blew up the Joker in hers, like, special spot, The Joke's on You now starts playing.
Did you notice in Suicide Squad when they
Yep.
introduced
Yep.
Deadshot, they played Black Skinhead?
Yeah!
Because he's a black skinhead. Or
Like
when they
that-
played Seven Nation Army as like the team of I think 7 got together.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
no subtext. in these
No,
I was
no
thinking the
subtext.
same thing, man. Thank you for pointing that out. It's
Um,
like, why the fuck are they still
Or
doing
how
that?
they opened Suicide Squad with House of the Rising Sun, which is probably the most on-the-nose song I could have thought of. It's
Honestly.
like, what do you play for a prison in New Orleans? Oh, House of the Rising Sun.
Well, this isn't Folsom Prison. Where should we play? Probably play Folsom Prison Blues real
Yeah,
quick.
right?
They
Like-
play Without Me when recruiting, when they could clearly operate without any of them because they need one guy to stop Enchantress. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
they keep playing all these really on-the-nose songs, and I thought that was just Suicide Squad being a train
No.
wreck. But they
No.
were like, you know what, guys? We got a winner. We got to keep using the Suicide Squad stuff.
Yeah, no, because that movie was successful.
So I had a thought about halfway through this movie that I want to share with you guys.
Nice.
Of the Birds of Prey, I really feel like I could argue Huntress is the most divorced from the story.
Yes.
And the most fleshed out.
And the most
And
fleshed
the
out.
best character
And-
in the movie,
Yeah, I actually
arguably.
really liked Huntress.
I also really
I
liked
liked Mary Elizabeth Winstead's acting.
Yeah,
when she's
she
like,
was funny.
you're Helena Bertinelli. fuck's sake!
Fuck's sake! Because she's practiced in the mirror, a bunch of all that stupid scene. However, in line with the character, I like the frustration.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the anger. She doesn't really communicate with people, so it's very funny to see. But
I thought halfway through this movie, I think it would have worked better if Huntress was fully removed from the A plot and had her own B plot where you're like, what the fuck's going on here? And then she comes crashing in for the finale, and that's when everything clicks into place.
But that's smart writing.
Yes, I'm aware.
That
it would
wouldn't-
also require the movie to be a lot more linear.
True. It wouldn't fit into Harley Quinn's, oh, let me introduce you halfway through everything, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god.
It
That was awful.
It gave me that kiss, kiss, bang, bang. All right, well, I'm going to stop the scene here. We're going to go back and explain the
Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
I want to know, do you think this movie is for a demographic?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember the 2007 scene Roar Girls you were talking about? That.
That,
Yeah.
but adult, because it's an R-rated movie?
Yes, they are adults now.
Yeah, so like the older, like edgy teen. maybe
Yes,
the
I know
20s crowd.
plenty of like 18 to 22-year-olds who would love this movie.
Do you think that?
I like to pretend I don't know those people.
Do you think that that's going to give this movie a strong enough box office to
No.
be successful?
I think it'll be decent.
Okay.
It'll make money because it was like, what, 97 million? 97.1, I
All
thought
right.
was the number I
If
saw.
this makes 300 or 400 or 500 million
Technically profit.
based off of those demographics we're
profit.
talking about, then this movie is no longer pile of garbage. It's just not for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's an audience for it. It's not
well,
us.
the thing is, I didn't think it was awful. I had fun.
I
from
enjoyed
some, of
some
it.
scenes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed some characters.
Um,
Some
I
of it
like
was tough.
Huntress. She did a great job. Ewan McGregor,
Fucking, I loved Ewan
Hilarious.
McGregor because he did not give a fuck this
he was
entire
just having
role.
fun. I really liked that he was just having fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, big standout, amazing performance, but he was having fun. He was just
He was
going
having
with
so
it.
much fun.
Yeah, and then he fucking exploded.
He did
That scene was
explode.
funny.
It was good shit.
There are some funny things in this movie. I
There
will
are
give it
some
credit.
good parts.
I would argue there are some good parts to this movie that are very, very funny. And then there are other parts where you're like, shut the fuck up, Margot Robbie.
That's like every part with her, honestly.
I liked her less and less as the film went on. And she was supposed to have this redeeming thing at the end. I'm like, no, you're still kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that
She's
doesn't excuse it.
yeah, but that's like
And she's super talented. And I love her in everything else I've seen her in except these two movies.
Why
I
did they
agree.
decide to go the meta route with her looking at the camera and stuff?
I don't know.
didn't appreciate it.
I don't know why it did they think that would fit?
Oh, it's 'cause
It doesn't fit. Because she doesn't do it prior.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they just went out of left field to do it. And I don't like that. I don't like how it just came out of left field. If you have a character narrating story, it's one thing.
There's even scenes where like
But
they'll
then,
over-explain everything. Like for example, they did a match cut when she said she swallowed the diamond to her taking a bunch of laxatives and throwing it in the carriage. That's pretty funny. And then she goes, "Why are we here?" And she goes, "Well, it's either coming out of you with the laxative way or the knife way." And it's like, no, we already got
followed.
it. We followed.
Yeah.
You did filmmaking. You did good. And then you explained the filmmaking. It's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
a lot of showing and then also telling what
Yep.
you just showed because your
Yeah.
audience is big dum-dum.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
it's rough to go through as like someone who studies film.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't, again, like, if the fights didn't bother me so much with just people being idiotic, then maybe there'd be, like, a little redeeming factor there, but even then, I just did not enjoy myself.
It's fine.
There's a couple of very, very good...
I enjoyed
Moments, though.
the fight
I
scenes
really
for
like-
their, I don't know, signature.
It's
Like I haven't seen a fight scene inside of a
in the amusement park funhouse thing. That's
That's
pretty
interesting.
funny.
I liked the,
Yeah.
I've never seen a car chase on roller skates.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Fun fact, when she gets fucking creamed by the van during that car chase, that is comedy gold.
she should be fucking dead. She hits it like neck first too.
Dude, it's so fucking funny. Just boom! And I was like, oh my god, she's dead.
Yeah, she survives, like, she has, like, Dominic Toretto invincibility. Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand
but a
why.
lot of people in these movies do.
That's
True, but it's explained because they either have, like, a suit of armor, like Batman or something like that, or they're literally Superman. Like, plenty of characters that makes sense for them to tumble out of cars.
I mean,
and
that
stuff.
cop fell out a window.
She's
Yeah.
like half naked the whole movie with roller skates on, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you ever met a roller derby bitch, those girls are tough.
no, yeah,
That's
they're tough
true.
until they're dead.
Yeah.
But in any
There's
case.
there's a scene in this movie that is, I shit you not, a scene from an episode of American Dad.
Oh, the cocaine scene?
When she gets high on coke and beats the fuck out of everyone. I'm like,
that's the scene where Roger
gets high on coke and has
gets
a
rid of all the
shootout
drug dealers.
has a shootout in the living room. Great scene.
While Steve is trying to pretend he's in Hogwarts.
And then a bathtub falls on the dude.
Yep.
Great scene.
Great scene. Better than American Dad because it's a good show. Like, it. When you said that, I'm like, oh my god, it's that episode. He's right. Like,
it's a great episode.
I would agree with you. There are a couple things in this movie that I've seen better in other movies, in other media, especially with the characters. I haven't seen Hunterston a lot.
I saw her in Arrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was
but
great
I
in
don't
Arrow.
know. I haven't seen Arrow. I don't know much about Black Mask, but I know he's better than. He's probably more.
He's wearing a fucking
menacing. He looks like he's wearing a Party City
He
like
looks like
rubber
he's wearing
mask.
a fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 skull mask.
Yes.
You know the one I'm talking about.
I do. Like the character, the costume design for him is very lazy.
He could have just not had a mask on.
He could have just been Ewan McGregor.
You could have tied in why he wears a mask for any reason at all.
I didn't know why.
Yeah, the movie didn't go over it.
There was no backstory for him, I feel. This is the big bad. He's the bad because he's the bad.
I'm really tired
wow.
of like the AKAs too. Like the Roman Sionis, AKA Black Mask and title cards. I'm so fucking sick of
They
that.
borrowed that from the
Suicide
flashy stuff from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which was shit for the trailer house that did the editing.
So I'm gonna preface with I love movies that do stuff like that. Zombieland 2 had the rules came up.
The words piling up, the rules versus the commandments.
That's great. Edgar Wright does stuff like that in Scott Pilgrim. I love shit like that. This movie blows with that. It is so bad.
There's a way to do it like stylistically, and then there's a way where you just
like,
throw it on the
here's
screen.
some exposition. Edgar Wright does it stylistically. It's very, very well done in Zombieland. This was just like, all right, here's the stuff for you. It's like a video essay. Transformers did that. Remember when it was Nitro Zeus?
Nitro Zeus. Yes, I love Nitro Zeus.
What a shit name. Nitro, which is an Earth concept, and Zeus, an Earth god.
But I remember one of their names.
Yep, thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, it burned into your skull after that title card.
But like, dude, it's like Nitro Zeus, Crank Yanker, and then fucking like, that's not one of them.
That's not one of them at all.
And they all
please.
die 3 seconds later, and it doesn't fucking matter. That's what this movie felt like. She's like, oh, this is this guy. He's, I don't know his name, angry because eggplant frowny face. And it's like, fuck you. That's funny, but fuck you. This isn't clever. Like, what the fuck is this shit? It's not clever. It's so stupid. And almost all of them die immediately or aren't in the movie for the rest of it, and it's useless. The thing about movies that do that right is like the cardio rule. It stretches out and does the thing, and that keeps going with the movies. It's been priorly established by Jesse Eisenberg's character, and then it comes up again. It comes up, and it's clever.
Yeah.
It's not all bad, but it's definitely not good.
It is, like I said, it's probably DC's first, for me, mid. Out of
Out
10.
of 10. Out of 10.
I'm going to give this movie a solid 6.
Ooh.
Wow, it's high. I know I said I liked stuff, but overall, I know this is shit. And it makes me very, very sad because I was at least hoping for mid, but it's a step below mid, like between a 3 and a 4.
Okay. 2. Almost gave it a 1. Was more lenient, gave it a 2.
It's slightly better than Suicide Squad. Not saying
Slightly!
much. Yeah, Suicide Squad's like a
Infinitely.
2 or a 1. It's fucking ass.
Yeah, I think this is 2 points above Suicide
Is this
Squad.
here?
My man.
Yeah, I think this is about 4 points above Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad is a shit movie. Don't see Birds of Prey.
Not at all.
Make your own decisions.
Yeah, make your own decisions. But personally, unless you shop at Hot Topic or Spencer's for lube throat spray that numbs your throat, don't see this movie.